Welcome back to Crypto Unlocked. I'm your host, Crypto Daryl, and I don't know if you've been paying attention to Solana lately, but you might have noticed something subtle. The price has been creeping up, but nothing flashy. Now, nothing explosive either, just quiet strength. Now, here's the thing. That type of price action is almost always more meaningful than the flashy moon moves everyone tweets about, because it usually means something deeper is going on. Most people still don't realize what's happening behind the scenes or what the momentum could lead to. So in this video, I want to walk you through why I believe we could be standing at the very beginning of something big for Solana. I'm not talking about some short-term pump. I'm talking about potential multi-month shift in narrative that could trigger a major run across the entire Solana ecosystem. Plus, I'll give you 3 small to mid-cap altcoins I'm personally watching that are plugged into this momentum and could move hard if this trend continues. Let's get into this. First, let's talk about that myth that Solana's pump is only hype-based. That was true in the past. Solana had its Sam coin era where it was largely driven by association with FTX, but that era is over. The chain didn't die. It didn't get abandoned, and in fact, it got stronger and more decentralized, more optimized, and more efficient. What's happening now is very different. This current move is backed by real infrastructure being built and real demand on-chain. Let's look at on-chain health first. We're seeing daily active addresses rising, but more importantly, they're staying. These aren't just bots. These are people using the ecosystem. The number of new wallets being created is trending up week over week. Total value locked, which is the amount of capital committed to Solana-based DeFi protocols, is rising. Not in a parabolic way, but in a healthy way. Consistent stair-step patterns that are developing. That's what you want to see. And check this out. The network is handling hundreds of thousands of transactions per second without choking. Meanwhile, gas fees still basically are zero. That alone is a game changer when you compare it to Ethereum, where one transaction can cost more than your coffee. But here's what really matters. The user experience is frictionless. That's why new builders are starting to choose Solana again. We're seeing new lending platforms, AMMs, NFT marketplace, and payment tools being developed quietly in the background. And I want to emphasize quietly, because most of this isn't getting coverage. Yet that's a good thing for us. You don't want to buy once it's already trending on Twitter. You want to position early. You want to catch growth during the accumulation phase when people are ignoring it. Let's talk catalysts. 2 of the biggest contributors to Solana's recent wave of growth have been the launch and adoption of Jito and Jupiter. Jito introduced a whole new way for users to earn yield on their SOL through validator-based rewards and MEV strategies, and people are actually using it. Jupiter, on the other hand, has established itself as the leading decentralized exchange aggregator on Solana. If you swap tokens on Solana in the last month, there's a good chance it was routed through Jupiter. That's powerful. It means they're becoming the invisible backend of almost every transaction. Throw in the cultural element. Meme coins like Bonk and Whiff have injected energy back into the Solana community. I know people love to hate on meme coins, but they play a key role. They bring in retail users, they drive volume, they boost transaction counts, and when those users stick around, they start exploring the real protocols too. And behind the scenes, there's a growing whisper about institutional grade tools being built on Solana. Things like custody solutions for SPL tokens, tokenized assets, and DeFi rails that can handle even more serious money. This isn't retail noise. This is foundational infrastructure being quietly constructed. Now let's talk about what this all could mean for a trading and investment standpoint. If Solana breaks above its current resistance levels and reclaims that $200 plus territory, we're not only going to just see SOL move. The entire Solana ecosystem is going to lift off. That includes small cap gems that are deeply connected to Solana tech and usage. So here are 3 tokens I'm watching closely. First up is Saros. Think of Saros like a mini Uniswap, but tailored for Solana. It's building a full suite of DeFi tools, a swap protocol, a launchpad, staking options, and more. What makes it interesting is that it's not hyped right now. It's still in stealth mode for most traders, but the fundamentals are strong and the tokenomics are clean. Right now, Saros is trading around 20 cents with a market cap under $300 million. It has plenty of room to run, especially if Solana brings more capital into its ecosystem. I could see Saros doubling or tripling if DeFi activity continues to rise. Next is Jupiter. Now, I know this isn't under the radar anymore, but I'd argue that it's still early. Jupiter is building the core liquidity infrastructure for Solana. They're not just a DEX aggregator. They're becoming a full trading terminal with limit orders, perpetuals, and cross-chain support. As Solana grows, Jupiter grows. That's simple as that. I'm watching this one for pullbacks, ideally into the 50-cent range where I'd feel comfortable scaling in for a swing trade. Last is Meteora. This one is a sleeper. Meteora focuses on yield optimization, things like auto compounding vaults, liquidity incentives, and native staking mechanisms. In plain English, they make it easier for users to earn yield without needing to manually rebalance or track APYs. If DeFi gets hot again on Solana, Meteora is going to be a key back-end player. It reminds me of Yearn Finance in its early days, low-key but essential. Now, let me walk you through my current strategy for Saros. I'm scaling in slowly. I'm not going in all at once. I'm buying the dips between 18 to 21 cents. If it pulls back further, I'll buy more. If it starts running, I'll ride the trend with a trailing stop loss. And for Jupiter, I'm waiting. I've already taken some profit from earlier trades and I'm watching for re-entry. If we see a healthy correction, I'm not rushing. I want a solid risk to my reward, okay? For Meteora, I'm dollar cost averaging every week, small buys. I don't care about the day-to-day price movement. I'm building a position for the next DeFi wave. Now, here's the most important part though. I'm not just trading tickers. I'm trading narratives. Narratives are what move the markets in crypto. And the Solana comeback narrative is just the beginning. The more developers build, the more capital that flows in. The more users adopt, the stronger the narrative gets. And if we get another leg up in this cycle, Solana will be one of the first chains to benefit. So here's your edge. Don't chase when the herd wakes up. Position now while it's still quiet. If you're bullish on Solana like I am, don't just stack SOL. Study the ecosystem, learn the players. If you're watching Solana like I am, drop a comment below and let me know what you're eyeing. Are you into Saros, Jupiter, something else? I want to hear what your game plan is. And if you got value from this breakdown, hit the subscribe button. I'm dropping weekly updates, trade setups, and real-time reactions to the crypto markets as they unfold. Until the next time, stay sharp, stay patient, and stay profitable.